Hello, welcome. It has been a busy week. We've gotten the storybook Veil, Floating Islands today, and Sally. I've already made a video about as much as I could for the storybook Veil, but there was a lot of bugs holding me back, and so far I have no bugs for Sally, so let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to talk about Floating Islands, which is a new thing that Disney Dreamlight Valley dropped today. To start the quest to unlock Floating Islands, you're going to talk to Merlin and he's going to explain them to you a little bit. They're honestly just like little mini biomes that are, if you will, only accessible through fast travel instead of just like walking to them. So we're gonna head to our first floating island, which is free. It will be our Plaza's floating island, and once there we're gonna talk to Merlin. He's gonna explain that the item limit is gonna work kind of differently in the floating islands. There's not gonna be flowers, there's not gonna be herbs and spices growing, and he's gonna also ask you to decorate the floating island and to place his house on the floating island. Another thing you might notice while decorating is we now have 16 point turns. This is going to be so much better for decorating. You don't have to do anything to get this. Anytime you rotate a furniture item now, this is kind of just the new norm. Once you finish decorating, that's it. You have completed the floating island quest. To unlock the other floating islands, they're going to cost 15,000 Dreamlight. There are only 3 other floating islands available, not including the Plaza. That's the Forest, Sunlit, and Frosted Islands. To unlock Sally, if you check your mailbox, you'll see a letter and they will tell you that you should go check out Anna's castle. Once inside Anna's castle, you're going to talk to Kristoff and he's going to have you remove the spider webs inside of the castle. After you collect them all, we're headed back to Jack and we're going to give him all the spider webs we found. And then he's sending us on an adventure to collect more spider webs. We need to collect 22 spider webs in total, but the good thing is they come in piles of 2. So there's 5 in Vanellope's house, 3 in Remy's house, and 3 in Mirabelle's house. And once again, once you collect all the spider webs, we're headed back to Jack, and once again, he has a list of stuff for us. You need 1 empty vial, 1 blueberry pie, 4 red bellflowers, 4 night shards, 6 cotton, and 8 mushrooms. You're going to use all of those things to craft the arachnid rejuvenation potion, and then we're headed back to Jack, and he should be located inside of his house. You're going to give him the potion, and then he's going to ask you to actually place the potion inside the cauldron. Once you do that, you should unlock Sally. Once you're done welcoming Sally to the valley, you're going to talk to her and then listen to her reunite with Jack, and then afterwards you're going to check up on Jack. Once you've done that, that completes the Woven Bridge quest, and once Sally is at a level 2 friendship, we can start the Uncanny Romance friendship quest. We're going to start Sally's first friendship quest by talking to her, and she's going to give us Deadly Nightshade to plant, and it's only going to take 15 minutes to grow. Once you've collected all 10 pieces of Deadly Nightshade, you're going to talk to Sally, and she's going to ask you to talk to Jack. Jack's going to ask you to collect 2 night shards for him, and then you're going to bring those night shards back to him, and then you're going to listen in on Jack and Sally's conversation. Low-key, Jack kind of fumbles the bag, so afterwards you're going to talk to Sally, and she's going to ask you to get advice from Minnie and Daisy. The girls' advice was a nice date that we have to plan, so we need 1 caramel apple and 1 Halloween gingerbread cookie. We also need to decorate with 1 of the holiday trees, 2 outdoor items, 3 Halloween items, and 4 black items. Once you're done setting up for their date, you're going to give the desserts to Sally, and then you're going to listen in on Jack and Sally's date. They talk for forever. But once they're done, you're gonna talk to Sally and she's gonna give you a picnic set and then you're gonna set it up. After you set it up, you get to take a celebratory picture and then talk to Sally one last time to finish this friendship quest. And then just like any other friendship quest, we're going to start the next one by talking to Sally. She's going to ask us to get 15 bricks, 10 soil, 10 dark wood, and 3 veggie trimmings. You could get the veggie trimmings by talking to Remy. Then we're going to use all of those ingredients to craft a compost bin. We're going to meet Sally inside the mines to give her the compost bin. It will not work unless you talk to her inside the mines. Once you give Sally the compost bin, we are going to follow her. Once you're there, you're going to talk to Sally and she's going to ask you to collect 6 pieces of dry wood and 8 dried plants. The plants can be found sporadically throughout the sunlit plateau. Once you've collected all the plants and have your dry wood, make sure your dry wood is in your pocket, and then you're going to meet Sally back in the mines and give her everything you've collected, and she's going to send you to craft a critter trap. You need 10 hardwood, 5 blueberry, 5 dream shards, and 2 iron ingots. You're going to head back to the mines and give Sally the critter trap, and she's going to send you to go collect some bugs from the Glade of Trust. We're gonna give Sally our worms, and then we're headed back to the mines to check on our compost bin. My first reaction when I saw what the critter trap caught was literally just, what the fuck? So we're gonna talk to Mike and help him out of the critter trap. And then we're gonna listen in on his and Sally's conversation about why the fuck he was in the critter trap. And finally, we're gonna talk to Sally to finish this friendship quest. You know how it goes, we're doing
another one.
So we're gonna talk to Sally to start her next friendship quest. Sally is sending us to talk to Daisy, and Daisy is asking us to collect 3 gold ingot, 6 red bellflowers, 5 purple impatiens, and 5 pieces of fabric, and then heading to Minnie's house. Once inside Minnie's house, we're listening to Sally and Daisy talk, and then we're gonna talk to Sally once everyone's done chit-chatting. Sally's gonna send us to talk to the fairy godmother, and the fairy godmother's gonna send us to the mythical cave to fish out the ancient crystal. Next, we're on a scavenger hunt. We're looking in the cave in the Frosted Heights for a carrot. Next, we're gonna find a feather in the Forest of Valor. I found it over here near where my house is. And lastly, a storybook in the Forgotten Lands, which I found right in front of the treehouse. Next, we're gonna cook a fruit salad and a root beer, and then we're headed inside Fairy Godmother's house, and once inside, we're gonna give everything we've collected to Sally. Once we leave Fairy Godmother's house, we're gonna meet up with the Forgotten, Mickey, Kristoff, and Donald and ask them all their favorite food. Then next, we are going to cook all of their favorite food, which includes carrot cake, fish salad, bouillabaisse, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, and a fish sandwich. Once you've cooked everything, you're going to give it to Sally, and in return, she's going to give you a quilt that you're going to place in the valley. You're going to snap a picture in front of the quilt, and then talk to Sally to finish this friendship quest. To start our final friendship quest with Sally, we're gonna talk to her, and then she's gonna send us to talk to Ursula. Next, we're headed to the Forgotten Lands to look for 5 Arkin sprouts. They are just scattered amongst the biome. We're gonna meet Sally inside of her house, and we're gonna give her the sprouts, and in return, she's gonna give us a memory orb. We're gonna talk to Sally about what we saw inside the memory, and then we're gonna head to Ursula's cave located on the Dazzle Beach. Once inside, we're searching for a clue, and we're gonna give that clue to Sally. She's gonna spit out another memory orb, and once we view that orb, we're gonna talk to Sally again about what we saw. Next, we're gonna check in on Scrooge and on Mickey, and then we're headed back again to talk to Sally. It seems like Sally's premonition might be coming true, so we're headed back to the cave to talk to Ursula. Then we're gonna talk to Sally, and she's gonna ask us to put the potion in the cauldron. Then we're gonna listen to Sally confront Ursula, and afterwards we're gonna talk to Ursula. Then we're gonna talk to Mickey and to Scrooge, and then we're all gonna meet up at Mickey's house. Once inside Mickey's house, we're gonna listen to Sally and Mickey talk, and then we're gonna talk to Sally to finish her final friendship quest. Alright, that's all I have for you today. I honestly feel like unlocking Sally wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of running around and collecting, but I mean, I guess you could say that for any quest. But I mean, if you want to check out any of my other videos, I made one for unlocking all of the Storybook Vale characters, and I recently made a video ranking all of the characters, so you should definitely check that out. But anyways, bye!